Hi, my name is Ross Taylor and I'm an intuitive counselor. I think it's been about 5 months since the last time I put a video out, and yesterday I was feeling the call to get back to doing this and get back to sharing some videos on different topics related to this game of life that we are all in. And I think this morning I wanted to talk about the concept of imperfection. And I'm probably going to call this video Permission to Be Imperfect. Um, because I think in my own experience, there's so much expectation that we can place upon ourselves. There's so much expectation that is placed upon us from looking outside of ourselves. And I definitely have that going on. And at the same time, I've done a lot of work along that, around that. And and even that, like being able to say that is an interesting piece, right? Because I'm the person helping others, and I could have this perception that I need to be perfect in order to do that. But in my case, I learn through experience. I've learned through experience through my whole life, and that is the very thing that is the source of my wisdom, is all this lived experience and all these things that I've had to go through. And that's where I can give myself permission to not be perfect and to just show up as I am. But that doesn't mean that that's easy, because when it comes to putting myself out there and sharing my messages and uh, publishing a YouTube video, it's like there's all sorts of things that go on in that process. And I have a story that relates to abandonment and rejection, and when I have to press play or press record, um, that rejection story starts to show up. And all of a sudden I start to, view things through that lens. And a great example of that this morning is that I got up this morning and I had an intention to do some recording today. And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh, geez, like my eye, there's something up with my eye. It looks like I've got like a sty on my left eye. And and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I can't do my video today. And that's exactly the kind of thing that gets in the way of creativity and expression and putting ourselves out there. And this whole process of putting videos out is not easy to begin with, because um, for me, like I really thrive on having someone in front of me that I'm connecting with and having someone in front of me that I'm engaging and responding to. And this is not that. Like, I'm looking at a mechanical device and there's nothing to connect with, although I'm definitely imagining the people on the other side. But it's just not an intrinsic way of being for me. It's like I really thrive on connecting with another nervous system. And so there's so many layers to this, right? Because um, there's an expectation. Like when I look at the videos that people put out there, like there's a high production value in a lot of cases. But at the same time, we all need to start somewhere and do our best with that. So yeah, it's like all these lessons of being in this place of imperfection. Another funny thing that happened to me this morning is that I went to go and shave, and the battery died, right? So I took a swipe off the one side of my face, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's as far as we go with that. Is anybody going to notice that? No. Is that something that could have kept me from putting this video out today? Perhaps. And the good news is that it didn't. Um, so where am I going with all this? This idea of permission to be imperfect. I think, the other piece that I wanted to highlight in this is that our core experiences, our core way of seeing ourselves is also what gets in the way. Like when this is a world that wants us to be a certain way, that needs us to be a certain way, and that need, or that perceived need of needing to be loved, needing to be accepted, can keep us from doing a lot of things. And that's vulnerable. Like it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there. And I guess, yeah, this morning I just wanted to share a little bit of my process around that, and to show that it's okay to be imperfect, even though there might be an expectation to be otherwise. And it's funny because when I think of the videos that I've seen where I guess what comes to mind is that trend that was going on for a while of women doing videos without makeup, and um, I found those videos to be so powerful and so yeah, I love the vulnerability that showed up in that because it made me feel closer to the person rather than distance. It's like I feel that closeness, so um, it's inspiring. So yeah, I just wanted to give a little bit of that flavor this morning around this idea of imperfection and giving ourselves permission to just show up as we are in all the good ways. So hopefully that wasn't too much of a rant. I think I'll leave it there for today. And hopefully this message was helpful for you in some way. And I look forward to connecting with you in the future. Bye for now.